What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Sunday, July 23rd, 2023, Sunday Fun Day. That's how we do it in here. Oh, so much going on. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by week one. That is September 2nd. So we got a little over 5 or 6 weeks. I can't count. I can't call it. But anyways, really appreciate everybody's help. If you want to help the program, hit me with a super chat, a super like, super thanks, whatever. I don't know, super duper. If you're watching on Facebook, hit me with some stars. Apparently that's a thing now. I don't know. I can't keep up with all this shit. I'm trying to talk Buckeye football. Can't be talking about Facebook stars and shit like that. But anyways, appreciate all the support, all the help, and make sure you're subscribed. And hey, just a thumbs up on the videos would be amazing. Really helps other Buckeye fans find the show and get some of this badass content, right? But anyways, we're really starting to level up this platform. We're really growing, and by week one, we're gonna probably introduce even more shows, so more content on a daily and weekly basis. So we're going to throw a lot of more stuff at you. Hopefully you're up for the ride, and we appreciate everybody that's come with us so far. So let's get into it. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube Live, me, Jeff, and Sean talking Buckeye football, right? I'm going to get their takes on a bunch of stuff that's going on this week, and we'll get into some other Buckeye football stuff. Anyways, hope to see you there. All right, so now we're talking Justin Frye today. I think I should have done this. Well, I wasn't doing this show a year and a half ago, but we just passed our 1-year anniversary, by the way. Very proud to say that. Justin Frye, I want to do a profile on him, kind of a, I'm not just going to read his resume, but I want to talk about just to him, his profile and what he's done, his career. We haven't really talked about some of these newer coaches that came in a year and a half ago, back in January of 2022. So, and Sean actually brought this up in our Sunday night show last week. And of course, Sean likes to question everything. But his question was, what makes Justin Frye such a good coach? Because I believe he's one of the best O-line coaches in the country. So, and that's not just me saying that. So let's get into his profile. And he's got quite an extensive career for being relatively young. So January 2022, Justin Frye was hired by Ryan Day to replace Greg Studrawa, Coach Stud. I'll call him that. His current title is Run Game Coordinator, O-line Coach. And so Frye and Ryan Day have a history. They both served as grad assistants at Florida, while Steve Addazio was the O-line coach under Urban Meyer. Both schools were coached by Steve Addazio. Temple and Boston College. So they both followed Steve Addazio there. Frye worked with Day previously at Temple in 2012 and at Boston College in 2013 and 2014. Day was the offensive coordinator. Frye was the O-line coach at both schools under Steve Addazio. But Day left Boston College in 2015 to go to the NFL with Chip Kelly. Frye stayed with Boston College for 3 more years, then was hired by Chip Kelly at UCLA. So that's kind of the rundown. His timing, 7 years later, Frye is hired by Ryan Day, 2022. All right, so at every stop, he was a full-time assistant since 2011 and became the offensive line coach at Temple. His offensive line led the way for a Temple attack that ranked 7th in the nation with 256.5 yards rushing per game, 256.5, tied for 5th nationally. And they also rushed for 38 touchdowns. Temple also averaged more than 200 rushing yards per game in 2012. And allowed only 41 sacks over his 2 years there. That's impressive. At Boston College, Frye's offensive line showed immediate results. BC was ranked in the top 20 nationally in rushing offense and allowed only 43 sacks in 2013 and 2014 combined. So that's less than 20. That's a little bit more than 20 per year. It's less. It's about 1.5 per game. But BC struggled offensively for the next 2 years after Day left. They bounced back in 27. They ranked 25th nationally in rushing yards per game with 220, and then tied for 12th nationally with just 15 sacks allowed in 13 games. That's amazing. At UCLA, when Frye moved on to work with Chip, the offense has steadily improved over the course of his 4 years there. UCLA had one of the top rushing offenses in the country in each of his last 2 seasons. They ranked 12th in college football with 230 yards rushing per game in 2020, and then 14th in the country with 215 yards rushing per game in 2021. They also allowed less than 2 sacks per game in both seasons. Again, you got to remember, you're not dealing with, 5-star talents, 4 and 5-star talents at any of these schools. Maybe more so, somewhat at UCLA, some 4 stars, but not 5 stars. But to talk about his background, where he comes from, Justin Frye is a native of Elwood, Indiana, played for the University of Indiana from 2002 to 2006, started 44 games for the Losers, played every position on the O-line. He had 22 starts at right tackle in 03 and 04. He also had starts at right guard, left tackle, and center. 06, he was team captain. And by the way, his wife, Lauren, is from Mentor, Ohio, up there in the Cleveland area. So Brian Day said this about Coach Frye. He said he played the position at Indiana. Why did I say Atlanta? I'm stupid. Anyways, going on, quote, he played the position at Indiana, played in the Big Ten, and was very good. His dad was a high school coach, so he had coaching in his blood. But then it was the understanding of the run game and how it all fits, and his intelligence and ability to teach, unquote. Justin Frye also has coordinator experience. Frye was promoted to offensive coordinator after his first season at UCLA. Chip Kelly gave him the promotion, most likely to keep him around and keep Ryan Day from stealing him back in 2019 when Day took over Ohio State. Frye's offenses have ranked in the top 20 nationally in points per game, top 30 nationally in yards per game over his last 2 seasons before coming to Ohio State. Day said then when he was at UCLA, he was in a coordinator position where it wasn't just about the front, it was the entire picture. And I think that anytime you have somebody look like that who can see the entire picture, it brings a lot of value. That's a good point. Frye also held the title of run game coordinator at Boston College. Day brought in Frye to the Buckeyes for an infusion of new ideas. Running game struggled against competition against top competition in short yardage and red zone situations back in 2021. So Frye brought some new rushing concepts to the offense. He's also recruited and developed talent. Don't just look at star rankings, but Coach Stud took some flack for some notable misses on the recruiting trail, but he had a strong track record of developing offensive linemen over the course of his 6 years for the Buckeyes. Temple, Boston College, UCLA typically don't attract the same caliber of recruits that Ohio State does, but Justin Frye has shown the ability to identify talent on the trail and develop those recruits into high-end players. One example is Chris Lindstrom. He was a 3-star recruit when he arrived at Boston College in 2014, but went on to be the number 14 overall pick in the 2019 draft. That's higher than any Ohio State offensive lineman was drafted during Coach Stud's tenure in Columbus. So Frye coached Lindstrom for 4 years at BC. Then Frye also recruited his younger brother, Alec, and coached him for 1 season. Alec was a Remington Trophy finalist in 2021 at Boston College. The highest rated recruit Frye landed at UCLA was Sean Ryan. He was the number 2 ranked guard in the 2019 class. Ryan played left tackle for Frye at UCLA. He was a freshman All-American in his first season under Frye and was first team All Pac-12 this past year in back in 2021. Sorry. So he has the ability to not only spot a 3-star and develop him up into an NFL first rounder, but Justin Frye can land the higher rated recruit, so that's good to show, you're not just targeting 3-stars and development projects. You can go after those big fish and land them. And finish up here. Day is seemingly sought to build staffs that have a mix of longtime coaching veterans, like think of Kevin Wilson, Jim Knowles. And then he likes to mix them in with the younger coaches like Corey Dennis, Brian Hartline, so Justin Frye falls into the younger category, he already has 12 seasons of full-time coaching experience at the FBS level too. So 2023, though, this season will be a real test, in my opinion, of Justin Frye's development ability. He's got 2 new tackles, left and a right, and a new center. He has to figure out who his right tackle is with a competition probably in fall camp. And there probably will be a competition for center as well. So how quickly can Justin Frye get this unit working together as one and playing as a cohesive unit? That's the key, is getting those reps. Those are key. So that's my profile on Justin Frye. Hit me in the comments. I feel really good about Justin Frye. I still believe he's one of the best coaches in the country at O-line. So feel better, sleep well at night with Justin Frye on the Ohio State staff. That's all for today. I'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.